don't miss the meat at all. Hello, I'm Autumn Garlic and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to be making one of my favorite things in the world to eat, pho. And not only just any pho, but vegetarian pho. I have been messing around with recipes for years, and I think I've finally refined it down to the point where I'm really happy with the flavor, I'm happy with the process, and I'd like to finally share this recipe with you all. So, I have a vegetable broth that I already made earlier today with just some scraps I had laying around. You can use vegetable bouillon or anything you like for that. You don't have to go out of your way to go homemade on the broth, but it is nice. We're gonna go into just roasting our ginger and onions. I like to just stick them right on the burner because why not? After you got your ginger and onion toasted, we're going to go ahead and toast some spices. So I've got star anise, cassia bark, which is similar to cinnamon, cardamom pods, coriander seeds, allspice seeds, and then I have a little bit of clove pods in there as well. So we're just gonna let that toast. And when you can smell them, it's time to take them off. Okay, and we're just gonna set these aside until 30 minutes before serving. Onions, ginger. This is completely optional, but I had some garlic that was kind of getting dry and old, so we're gonna toss it in there. And of course, our veggie broth. I'm gonna let this cook down for maybe an hour and then check on it and add the spices. Okay, it's time to add our spice ball. And we'll come back in 30 minutes just to do the final seasonings, the final tastes. Soup tea. Look at this mess. I'm gonna start with 2 tablespoons of this stuff. And we've got this Maggi seasoning. I just saw it at the store today. I've heard about it before. It's mostly just like sodium and gluten. So we're gonna go ahead and add, let's say, a tablespoon of this. We've got about a tablespoon of honey. And yeah, I don't have traditional rock sugar. I have used regular sugar, but I kind of like the taste of the honey. Take care not to add too much honey it will overpower your broth. Alright, so my veggie broth is very concentrated. I'm gonna add a little more water to this. I love the saltiness and flavor of this mushroom seasoning, so I'm gonna add 2 more tablespoons. Sometimes when you make your own veggie broth, it gets kind of bitter if you let it cook down too much, which is what I did. So it's okay, we're just gonna have more broth. You want to go sodium heavy on this broth because when you put it in your bowl with like plain rice noodles and vegetables, you're gonna be like, what the heck, where's the sodium? More salt! Let's do another 2 tablespoons of this. I think that's the winner. So, wow. This is mind-blowingly good. And I hope you guys try it. It's all gonna be based on your own experience of tasting, your own preference of sodium levels, but do use the mushroom powder and the Maggi seasoning. And I don't miss the fish sauce at all. And yeah, use your taste buds. They will guide the way. This is how I like to assemble my bowl. I've got my bed of rice noodles, which are pre-cooked and then rinsed in cold water, and I let them sit for about an hour. I learned a trick that if you do that, they'll absorb more of the broth later. I like to add a lot of my herbs first thing so that they can get a little bit cooked by the broth. So now it's time to add our broth. Our fried cheesy veggie topping, basil, and of course, fresh lime. Alright, nothing like the culmination of hours of work. And nothing like being filmed while eating pho, which I want to just sloppily slaughter down, but I'll restrain. I usually add a chili garlic oil that I make, but there's so much oil inside of the broth because of the cheese. It's so good. I almost feel guilty saying this, but this is better than a lot of restaurant phos that I've ever had. And it's kind of crazy because it takes a fraction of the time. And it's vegetarian. It could be vegan. You know, do your thing to it. But damn.